One of the most powerful ways to protect your brain from dementia has nothing to do with crossword puzzles or a new diet. Groundbreaking research now shows it has everything to do with how well you hear the world around you. It's a connection that has surprised even scientists, and understanding it could change everything about how you approach the years ahead. Let's start with a feeling I'm sure many of us know. That subtle frustration of being in a lively room surrounded by the people you love, yet feeling like you're missing the punchline of a joke, or leaning in just a little closer to hear a grandchild's whisper. For so long, we've been told that this is just a normal, inevitable part of aging, a simple inconvenience. But what if I told you it was much more than that? What if those missed words were an early warning sign, a gentle tap on the shoulder from your brain, asking for a little bit of help? Recent large-scale studies, including incredible work from Johns Hopkins University, have revealed a clear and startling link. Untreated hearing loss, even in its mildest forms, is associated with a significantly accelerated rate of cognitive decline and a higher risk of developing dementia. Hello, I'm Dr. Emily Hart. It is such a pleasure to be with you today. Throughout my career, I've dedicated myself to helping people, especially women, navigate the changes that come with time, not with fear, but with knowledge and with power. And today, we're going to transform this topic that can feel a bit sensitive into a source of real hope and proactive health. Before we dive deeper, I would love to know where you're watching from today. Tell me in the comments. It's always so wonderful to see our community of strong, curious women coming together from all over the world. And if you find value in conversations like this, I do hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel so we can continue to learn and grow together. Now, I want to be very clear. This isn't about causing alarm. It's the exact opposite. It's about handing you a powerful new tool, a new piece of the puzzle for maintaining a vibrant, healthy mind for decades to come. So, we know there's a connection, but the truly fascinating part is understanding why this happens. How can something happening in your ears have such a profound impact on your brain? The answer lies in a fascinating process that I like to call the brain strain effect, and it's what we're going to explore right now. Imagine for a moment that your brain's cognitive power is like your monthly household budget. You have a certain amount of energy to spend each day on everything you do. Things like remembering a grocery list, focusing on a good book, planning your day, and engaging in conversation. Under normal circumstances, when your hearing is sharp, the act of listening is effortless. It's a very small, automatic expense in your brain's budget. The sound comes in, your brain processes it instantly, and you understand. But when hearing loss begins, that process is no longer effortless. Your brain now has to work incredibly hard, day in and day out, just to do the same job. It has to strain to catch the sounds, struggle to fill in the missing gaps, and constantly decipher muffled words. It's like your brain is suddenly forced to dip into its emergency savings account every single minute of every day just to pay for a basic utility. All that energy, all that precious cognitive resource that should be going towards memory, critical thinking, and storing new information is now being rerouted and spent on the sheer effort of trying to hear. Your brain is overworked, it's overtaxed, and over time, that chronic strain takes its toll. And here's the part of the research that truly stopped me in my tracks when I first read it. It turns out this isn't just a feeling of being tired. Sophisticated brain scans have shown that individuals with untreated hearing loss can experience a faster rate of actual brain shrinkage over time. The parts of the brain responsible for memory, for sensory input, and for higher level thinking can lose volume more quickly. It's a physical manifestation of that constant, exhausting effort. When you hear the phrase brain shrinkage, It sounds frightening. Let me know in the comments with a simple yes if this connection is new to you. It's important to see how many of us are learning this together. And this constant strain on the brain's resources is only one half of the story. There's another quieter effect of hearing loss, one that can sneak up on us and disconnect us from the very people and activities that keep our minds sharp and our spirits bright. I want you to think about the last big family dinner you attended, or a recent get-together with dear friends. The room is filled with overlapping conversations, laughter, and the clinking of glasses. It should be a moment of pure joy. But if you're struggling to follow along, that joy can quickly be replaced by something else. An exhaustion, of frustration, maybe even a little bit of embarrassment from having to ask, "What did you say?" over and over again. So, what happens? We start to pull back, ever so slightly. We might choose a quieter seat in the corner. We might smile and nod along, even when we haven't quite caught what was said. Over time, we might start declining invitations altogether because the effort just feels like too much. This slow, subtle withdrawal from social life is one of the most dangerous and often overlooked consequences of hearing loss. And we now know, without a doubt, that social isolation is a major independent risk factor for cognitive decline. Our brains thrive on connection, lively conversations, debates, shared stories, and laughter. These are not just pleasant pastimes. They are essential forms of exercise for our minds. When we retreat from the world, we are essentially putting our brain on a starvation diet, depriving it of the rich, complex stimulation it needs to build and maintain its neural pathways. It's a devastating 1-2 punch. The brain is already working overtime because of the brain's strain, and then it's being starved of the very social nourishment that helps it stay healthy. This can all sound quite heavy, I know. Hearing that something you may have considered a minor issue could have these deeper implications can feel overwhelming. But I need you to hear me on this, because it's the most important part of our entire conversation today. This is not a life sentence. This is not a story about inevitable decline. It's a story about a turning point. It's a story of empowerment, because the path forward to reconnecting with your world, to easing the burden on your brain, and to reclaiming your vibrant mental life is so much simpler and more accessible than you might think. It all begins with one simple proactive step. Your proactive plan for a vibrant mind starts not with a new pill or a complex brain training program, but with a simple hearing check. That's it. That's the first step. I want you to start thinking of a hearing screening in the exact same way you think about getting your blood pressure checked or scheduling your yearly mammogram. It is a fundamental part of your preventative health care. It is not an admission of a problem. It is the responsible gathering of information. It's a painless, quick, and easy way to get a baseline, to understand exactly what's going on so you can make informed decisions about your health. The second step is to open your mind to what modern solutions look like, because I promise you, they're not what you might be picturing. For many of us, the phrase hearing aid conjures up these big, whistling, beige-colored things our grandparents wore. I want you to take that image and gently toss it out the window. Today's hearing technology is absolutely remarkable. It's sleek, it's sophisticated, and it's incredibly discreet. Many devices are so small, they're virtually invisible once in place. They can connect wirelessly to your smartphone, allowing you to take calls or listen to music directly. They can filter out background noise in a crowded restaurant so you can focus on the voice of the person across the table from you. Most importantly, I want us to completely reframe what choosing to use a hearing aid means. It is not a sign of weakness or of getting old. It is a declaration of strength. It is a profoundly proactive choice to support your brain. Think of it as providing a support system, a helping hand that allows your brain to finally stop straining and to redirect all of that precious energy back to where it belongs. to your memories, your passions, your problem solving, and your deep connection with the people you love. It's not just about hearing better, it's about thinking clearer, feeling more engaged, and living more fully. It's about hearing the crisp rustle of leaves on your favorite walk again, or the quiet confidence in a loved one's voice from across the table. So, let's bring it all together. Today, we've uncovered a deep and powerful truth that caring for your hearing is an essential act of caring for your brain. They are not separate issues. They are beautifully and inextricably linked. We learned that the brain strain and the quiet creep of social isolation that can accompany hearing loss are very real challenges. But they are challenges that you have the power to meet head on. This entire conversation is not about fear. It is about the power that comes from knowledge. The power to choose a different path for the woman you are becoming, the woman who wants to be present for every precious conversation, who wants to hear every note of her favorite song, and who is committed to keeping her mind as sharp, brilliant, and engaged as her spirit. Taking care of your hearing is a profound act of self-love and a commitment to your future self. Your journey starts with one small, empowering step. Simply get curious and learn more. In the description box below this video, I've included a link to a helpful, unbiased resource from the National Institute on Health that can help you find a qualified audiologist in your area for a simple screening. If you found this conversation helpful, please consider sharing it with a sister, a mother, or friend. It might be the very conversation they need to hear today. Thank you so much for your time and your wonderful attention. Take beautiful care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.